Hi, this is Nagaraj. Now I am going to tell about Indian history topic, that is Gupta Empire. In this class, we will discuss about who is the founder of Gupta Empire and how many kings are ruled the Gupta kingdom and how they achieve all the things and they conquer extra things are discussed in this class. So, according to Allahabad inscription, Sri Gupta was the founder of Gupta dynasty. Sri Gupta was the first king of Gupta dynasty. After that, he was succeeded by his son Ghatotkacha. These two kings are having one title, that is Maharaja. And Ghatotkacha was succeeded by his son Chandragupta I. From Chandragupta I's period is called as real Gupta Empire was started, and he was called as real founder of Gupta kingdom. First king was Sri Gupta. Sri Gupta was the founder of Gupta empire. So he was first founder of Gupta empire, and he was succeeded by Ghatotkacha. He was son Ghatotkacha. And these two people are having one title, that is Maharaja. So Ghatotkacha was succeeded by his son Chandragupta I. From his period, real founder, he is called as real founder of Gupta Empire. So now we will discuss about Chandragupta I. He was called as Maharaja the Raja or King of Kings by Persian people. Okay. It was taken from Persian people. Persian people called him as Maharaja the Raja or King of Kings. He making matrimonial alliances with strongest kings or prominent kings. By this way, he himself married with Lichavi princess. She was Kumara Devi. Kumara Devi's father was not having any male son. Okay, that's why after death of Kumara Devi's father, his kingdom came into the hands of Chandragupta I. His wife name was Kumara Devi. She was from Lichavi princess. So after death of Chandragupta I, his son Samudragupta became king. Became the king. So now we will see about Samudragupta. Samudragupta I was called as Indian Napoleon by Dr. Vincent Smith because he never defeated in the battlefield. That's why he was called as Indian Napoleon. He never lost in any wars. That's why in the world context, Napoleon never defeated in any battlefield. That's why at the same time as like him as Samudragupta called as Indian Napoleon. He was called as Indian Napoleon by Dr. Vincent Smith. It is important thing. So his achievements, Samudragupta's achievements are mentioned in all the inscriptions of Samudragupta, and one of the inscription, Allahabad stone pillar inscription. Allahabad stone pillar inscription also giving information about his achievements and his conquers and his occupying territories and others. And also Prajna Prashasti of Harisena also giving information about his achievements. Prajna Prashasti was written by Harisena. Harisena was army commander and court poet of Samudragupta. Okay, and Samudragupta's court poet, army commander Harisena. Okay, court poet and army commander. Harisena was army commander and court poet of Kadisena. In Dakshina Padayatra or southern expedition, Samudragupta defeated the strongest kings of South India. In southern kings, Pallava king also there, he was Vishnugopa, and also at the same time Kanchi king also there. These two kings have accepted the supremacy of Samudragupta. So, after completion of southern expedition, Samudragupta performed Ashwamedha Yaga and also gave gold coins among the soldiers. The war booty of wars, he was giving all the gold coins or distributed gold coins to the soldiers, and these gold coins are having the symbols of horse and also fire altar. These gold coins are called as Yupa type of gold coins. Okay, and he has some titles that are four titles, that is Vyagraha Parakrama, and second one is Apratihata Chakra, and third one is Kaviraja, fourth one is Anukempavan. He had four titles, that is Vyagraha Parakrama. That means a man having the power of tiger. Like as tiger, he behaved as many as possible, and he had power of tiger, like tiger. So it was Vyagraha Parakrama, and then he had another title, Apratihata Chakra, that means unrivaled chariot racer. There is no opposition to ride with him. So it is unrivaled chariot racer, that is Apratihata Chakra. And at the same time he had one title, that is Kaviraja, and another title also there, Anukempavan. Anukempavan was how it comes, we will discuss later. And his wife name was, Samudragupta's wife name was Datta Devi. His wife name was Datta Devi. Okay, and he gave the permission to Sri Lankan king to construct Buddhist monastery at Bodh Gaya. So for that Buddhist monastery maintenance, he gave some revenues of his villages. For that reason, by act of this, he got the title of Anukempavan. We have to remember this. So he gave permission to Sri Lankan king Magavarman. King Magavarman to construct Buddhist monastery at Bodh Gaya. Buddhist monastery constructed. So by this way he got the title of Anukempavan, and he gave some inscriptions. That inscriptions are Allahabad stone pillar inscription in his period. That inscriptions are there. Allahabad stone pillar inscription, and also Iran or Arakan Iran inscription. It was the first evidence to give about Sati. It was important inscription to giving the information about Sati, and also Nalanda copper plate inscription. That is also one of the important inscription. It was Royal Charter of Gupta Empire, and Daya copper plate inscription. In these inscriptions, Iran or Arakan Iran inscription is important. Iran inscription. It was giving about Sati Sahagamana. First evidence to give information about Sati Sahagamana. So after death of Samudragupta, his son Ramagupta became the king. Samudragupta had two sons. They were Ramagupta and also Chandragupta, two sons. These two sons are sons, okay, and Ramagupta became the king. Ramagupta was defeated in the hands of Sakar ruler Rudrasimha III and accepted the supremacy of Sakar ruler, and then he gave his wife to Sakar ruler Rudrasimha III in lieu of his kingdom. Instead of his kingdom, okay, instead of his kingdom, he gave his wife to Sakar ruler Rudrasimha III. His wife name was Dhruva Devi. His wife name was Dhruva Devi. Okay, Dhruva Devi. And after that, by knowing this, Chandragupta II came into the field and entered into the palace of Sakar ruler Rudrasimha III and killed him. At the same time, he killed his brother also, Ramagupta also. Then he married Dhruva Devi, okay, in the female attire. From this period, Chandragupta II became king. Chandragupta II's period was started from this period. So he was the most important king of Gupta Empire. So now we will discuss about Chandragupta II later. So thank you.